Israel to swear in government, ending Netanyahu's long rule.
Here's a summary of the article.
Jerusalem, Israel's parliament approved a new coalition government on Sunday that sent Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu into the opposition after a record 12 years in office and a political crisis that sparked 4 elections in 2 years. The 8 parties, including a small Arab faction that is making history by sitting in the ruling coalition, are united in their opposition to Netanyahu and new elections but agree on little else. Netanyahu, who is on trial for corruption, remains the head of the largest party in parliament and is expected to vigorously oppose the new government. Netanyahu began his long rule by defying the Obama administration, refusing to freeze settlement construction as it tried unsuccessfully to revive the peace process. Relations with Israel's closest ally grew even rockier when Netanyahu vigorously campaigned against President Barack Obama's emerging nuclear deal with Iran, even denouncing it in an address to the U.S. Congress. Netanyahu has portrayed himself as a world-class statesman, boasting of his close ties with Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Netanyahu remains popular among the hard-line nationalists who dominate Israeli politics, but he could soon face a leadership challenge from within his own party.
This post received a score of 62,000, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What a ruckus in the live stream.
Do you have a link to a live stream?
Calmer now, that's Bibi is speaking.
This should tell you what party causes the ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus?
Every time a coalition member talks, the entire Likud party just screams random stuff. These mobs warned us for years that Israel cannot exist without Netanyahu. The cult is big, much bigger than anything Trump created, and much better handled. To be fair, after 12 years of Netanyahu, 17-years-old me don't remember anything else. I'll lie if I'd say the cult didn't influence me.
Greater than had a transformation from a legit right-wing party to a weird personality cult. Why are right-wing parties around the world turning into cults like this?
LMAO Bennett can't even get to say a word because of Likud MKs having a meltdown. The Knesset speaker had to remove 6 MKs already.
Not just them, practically 4/5 of the right wings who got left behind, ultra-Orthodox, ultra-nationalists are screaming their lungs off. What sore losers. Gotta watch out for those MK ultras. Not the MKs themselves, the main thing they will do is yelling. I am more worried about the people they incite. I am really sad to say it, but it won't be the first time they assassinated a prime minister.
It would be the first time right-wingers assassinated a right-wing prime minister.
They don't see him as right-wing anymore. To them he is a traitor, which is worse than starting off left-wing.
Kinda like when they wanted to lynch Mike Pence?
Yeah, kinda.
New government battle royal Editon.
With an all-new battle pass, 20% off today only.
I hear the USA already poured their wallets in.
Are you suggesting that the US has a history of disrupting foreign governments and rigging them in their favor? And that they're doing it here as well? How dare you, sir?
Now that's what I call freedom. It's one way of going to war without going to war. You get one side to do the damage for you, then when that side wins you then claim that side is also an enemy who violated human rights, and now you only have to fight half the amount of enemies for the oil, gold, cobalt and lithium you need. We do it non-stop. We call one side terrorists, the other peace fighters, then next year that side also is a terrorist and a new side is peacekeepers, and we just cycle until they kill each other off. In terms of war it's fucking chess master moves. In terms of humanity and morales it's fucking disgusting and amounts to more bloodshed of civilians than anything.
A coalition of several parties in the Knesset has to vote a PM in with a majority of 61 votes out of 120. Bennett's new government is backed by a wide coalition, containing right-wing parties like Bennett's own Yamina, but also centrist parties like Lapid's Yesh Atid, left-leaning parties like Labour and Meretz, and even a right-wing Islamist Arab party, Ra'am. All it takes is for a single one of those parties to quit the coalition, which they can do at any time, and the coalition will lose its 61-seat majority, which means new election could be called with a simple vote. Finally, in the unlikely event that the coalition manages to survive for 2 years, the center-left Yair Lapid will replace Bennett as prime minister.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.